Okay, you know, I'm going to start recording my fans on. There's some weird noise coming from outside. Like spaceship noise or something. I want to do a little bit of a catch up with my movie going and stuff. My pizza's about to ding. Those little pizzas. So when it does, I'm going to go get it. But I wanted to. I got a new camera. I don't know. It was cheap. But this one is working okay. I don't know if it'll be better or worse. This thing is COVID old. You know what I mean? I bought it before then, I think, but I didn't try using it until then. What else? I was going to try to react. The purpose I was going to do this was at first I was going to try to react to the trailer for Anemone because I saw Sean Bean in the thumbnail. I'm like, wait a minute. Never really a big Daniel Day-Lewis fan. You know, he doesn't suck or anything, but where I developed a sense of the kind of acting I thought was good acting, or great acting, put it that way, that kind of makes me take notice and say, "Ooh, I'm a fan." You know, I don't know that he does my thing, what I personally like, but I'm not saying he sucks or anything. He's supposed to be retired. I believe the film was by his son, so that's why that's there. I don't know if I should do that first or second because I'm waiting for the pizza to ding. Alright, so here's what happened yesterday. Not yesterday, the day before yesterday. So, as I said, now there's a train to Boston. I haven't been going, but I was like, I should just freaking go, you know? And then because I'm an AMC A-list subscriber, now we can do 4 movies a week. So I was like, I should go, so the train has a weekend pass that's kind of cheaper than just a round-trip ticket. So I was like, well, I should just take it and go to Boston 2 days to get the hell away from here, because I'm losing my mind here, and I guess I'm losing my mind anywhere, but the heat this summer, I've always had a hard time in the heat. The way things have been, I'm just, the last year or more than a year now, I've been having a lot of issues just being even myself and just being alert and being able to plan the day. I very much, why does it look like there's, no, it looks like there's nothing there when I'm like this. Right? So every day's a struggle, and I've said this before. I feel like I'm like falling down all the time, or just almost falling down. Like, imagine somebody starting to fall down, but then they never completely fall. I feel like that's me every day. Like, I'm always in the process of falling down. And I'm trying to get everything done in that manner. And when I do things now, I don't know if I developed ADHD. I'm like, I never had this before, but I'm around a lot of squirrely people, and my nerves are shot, and I wasn't like this I wasn't like this, let's say, New Year's Day, 2024, I wasn't like this. Never been like this in my life. When I was, like, in high school, I was a little bit nervous. This isn't that. This is just like the wheels are off the bus. I can't, like, if I want to do A, B, and C, I don't end up doing A, B, and C. I end up doing whatever the day decides I'm going to do. So I can't fix any of my problems. My problems are getting worse. I get new problems, and everything just ends up being, the weather's on. I got the muted. It's like drought, one rainy day. Maybe it's the fan making that noise. I can't not have the fan on because it was very hot today again. And I didn't think it was going to be. When I left this morning, it was like very foggy, which I took for cloudy. And there was a breeze. I was like, oh, it's nice. 2 hours later, I'm like exasperated in the heat, trying to push myself forward. Then my stomach went south on me. I don't know why. I go back and forth with I can't eat eggs, and then I eat them anyway, which I did yesterday. So this kind of happened a little bit yesterday, but I took Pepto-Bismol with me when I went to Boston just in case, so it didn't actually affect me that bad. But I'm going to go get that pizza, and then I'm going to try to do this reaction to Anemone, and I'm going to talk about the movies I saw. So, I saw that Clue was going to have a 40th anniversary showing of Ending 1, and I'm still going to call it Lowe's, Boston Common, because that's what it is in my head. It's AMC now, no Lowe's. But I don't even know when it changed. I remember being shocked when I saw it, even though I probably went there a few times with it like that and didn't notice. So I decided, hey, if I get the thing, I could go to that. And I would like to do 2 movies. I used to do that, even when there was no, or I wasn't on the A-list back in the day. Especially around Oscar time, I would try to go. A lot of times what I would do is I would get to Boston early, and then I would take the train to, what's the name of that theater? It's in Kendall Square, or not exactly, but like behind, because they show like the more Oscar-y type movies and foreign films and all that. So I would sometimes go there in the morning, or I don't know. I would go to AMC, see a movie, and go there, or vice versa. I don't know which one I would go to first. Probably AMC first, because the idea is they would have more early morning shows. Now, I don't know what's going on, because when I'm going to the movies here in North Dartmouth, I don't live in Dartmouth, but it's the theater next over. It's full a lot of the time, like really pretty freaking full. When I went to see Clue, it was pretty full in Boston. But almost every time I've been to Boston, no matter what movie I saw, it wasn't very full. And I'd be like, this place is huge. And I worry about that, I was like, oh, the benches are gone, and, escalator doesn't work, and I don't know, are they just giving up? Which would suck a lot, because it's a movie theater on Boston Common. I don't know what goes on at night. I go to matinees, and I really wanted, when I was thinking, I wanted to see some foreign type movies. When I looked, I was like, oh, Cooley, I've heard of Cooley, I think I'd like to see that. But it started at 5, and it was like 3 hours long. I'm like, okay, I'd have to take the train. If I could maybe convince myself to do it, if I could get that 8 o'clock train, but 5 o'clock and 3 hours long, I can't get it. So there's no way in hell I'm coming home later than that, and I kind of really don't want to do that either. So now that I'm going and the movies aren't starting until afternoon, that's bad. But the weird thing is, here today in North Dartmouth, even though we have a lot of movies all the time, I looked at the start times. Nothing started before 3 o'clock. I didn't realize I mostly used up because I saw a Relay on Friday, which was really good. I gave it a 9 out of 10. And then I saw another movie on Saturday, and then I saw Clue yesterday, the other movie I saw in Boston. But I forgot that was 3 for this week. I didn't realize I hadn't seen Relay on Thursday, which would have counted for last week. So, I'm just like, I thought we were good. I thought we were all the way back. There've been a lot of great movies this year. My favorite is still Mission Impossible, Final Reckoning, because I loved Dead Reckoning? Yeah, and it was a great conclusion. And it was my favorite because of the subject matter and all that, and it was just awesome. Everything about it was awesome. But Eddington, technically speaking, to me, it's the best movie of the year. I don't know what's going to happen Oscar time. You can't trust me, because I walked out of Challengers last year 100% positive that was going to win Best Picture. And it got nary a nomination. So I don't know what's going on with the Academy. But yeah, there were a lot of good. I liked Monkey a lot. The Monkey, or is it Monkey? The Monkey. I liked. There was something before. Phoenician Scheme, obviously. I did a reaction or re-reaction to that. But I will talk about the movie I saw on Saturday after, because now I'm all set. I got my little pizza piece over here. I'm going to try to do a reaction now. In normal times, I would have done the reaction, and then, not normal time, back in the day when everything was normal and I had some semblance, I would edit the trailer into the corner, right? But I'm on this Chromebook now. Apps. Like I said, I'm too old for apps. I don't know how to do apps. I don't know how to do anything. So, in all likelihood, I'm going to react to this. I'm going to tell you when it is. And if you want to really know what I think, why would you? You're not a person. You're not there. Nobody watches my videos is why I'm saying that. But you'll have to go along with... And why is this being like this? Oh, I still had that on. Sometimes I had Do Not Disturb on from yesterday. What happened? Did I miss something happen in the world? It looks like I missed something happening in the world. Did I? Okay, let's see. Anemone. Okay. And it started to play the other day, so I gotta go back to the beginning. I didn't pay attention to it. Okay. Ready? Oh, the other side. So, my reaction to the official trailer, only in theaters October 3rd, for Anemone. The trailer before this trailer cracks me up. Are we doing this right? See what I did? Was he a priest? How did I not plug the headphones in? Ray Stalker or Gray Stoker? What did he say? Is there really a fish that big? A fish. Okay. I just almost said the wrong name. Is that Samantha Martin? It looks pretty out there. I think I'm going to have to watch it a second time. Hate to tell you. What was that about? Don't hit him. I almost said Emily Mortimer. And I looked away when I said that to the camera, so I don't know if it said her name. Samantha Mortimer. Are they supposed to be brothers, actually? Or just how people say brother now? And I can't stand it when men call each other brother and they're not brother. I don't know why. It's like all the stupid expressions of now. Like, I appreciate you instead of I appreciate what you did. Or the best version of myself. Or what's the other one? I don't know. I hate all the stupid things people say nowadays. Because, I don't know people. Alright, we're going to do this again. Ready? And this time it's plugged in. I'm paying attention, right? Yeah, Sean Bean ain't even been nominated for an Academy Award. You know, that pisses me off, but that's okay. So when I used to have a ranking, it was Val Kilmer, Benicio del Toro, Sean Bean, right? Then like Christian Bale and Jake Gyllenhaal. I'd like to think that's water in that glass. Focus Features is a Comcast company? I'm just realizing that. Wait a minute. Comcast owns everything. I don't really know what he said, Gray Stoker or Ray Stalker. The forest scares me. I'm scared of more shit now in my old age. Sad, I don't even know what kind of flower that is. I don't know my flowers. There's so many things I don't know. As much as I should know, I don't know who's who. When I see like that drawing. No, Emily Mortimer's the other lady. That's Samantha Morton. But what is he, a cop? Why is he asking so much? You can't tell people they're going to hell because then you automatically go to hell. I mean, I say that kind of stuff sometimes. I have a crease in my head sometimes. And I'm noticing it right now. Sean Bean. And we're not going to put her name right. I wasn't planning on using any of my data, but I don't know who that is. I know who it is. I don't buy them as family. If they're supposed to be family, I don't buy that for one. Come on now. But yeah. I don't know why the way he said that. All I'm hearing is there will be no butter in hell, me brother. If you don't know, should I tell you what movie? No. Alright, let me see what I can do for myself in terms of get some information on this. Now my brain's saying Samantha Mathis. Samantha Mathis is not her. Wasn't this one in an awesome episode of Cracker? Or am I wrong? Or was, oh my god. You know what? My brain's gone. My brain is gone. What was that movie? There was the Tom Cruise remake of, let's see how wrong I end up being, because this is going to be cute. I'm going to open my tinfoil and have people like it. So, yesterday, no, the day before yesterday, like I said, I wished I could sing Cooley. Then I was looking. As in my old age now, because of everything I went through, expected too much of movies and then being sorely disappointed, I now like to go in blind as often as possible. I mean, obviously, I go to movies all the time and I see the trailers. Once I've seen like one trailer, I kind of don't want to see anything else. They're talking about Annabelle Creation now. Look, I love Patrick Wilson, but I have not watched most of those movies. Do I have to watch them in order to see this one? Because I went and saw the one he directed. My 4 favorites with Dacre Montgomery. Duolingo's giving me shit. See, I tried to getting out of the way. Thunderstorms tomorrow. What? Okay, so like I said, I wished I could have seen Cooley because I don't want to get Netflix. I'm probably going to have to just to catch up on some things pretty soon. Alright, somebody just replied laughing at me because I replied, Snoop Dogg put a video of this older type person, probably not from this country, doing Michael Jackson impression. And I was like, you know what, the guy's kind of good, but they're all laughing at him. I'm like, oh, come on, he's pretty good. Somebody's laughing at me because I said he was pretty good. He was, though. I mean, the longer I live, the more on a daily basis, I don't, I agree with people less and less about any how to be. Everybody seems like they've reverted into Samantha Morton. What did I say? See? Not wrong. Alright, let's see what she was in. I did not watch The Whale. Minority Report. That is Tom Cruise movie, I think. Mm-hmm. Was she in that episode of Cracker? Would it say on the IMDb? I don't think so. I mean, would it say, this is Letterboxd, would it say on Letterboxd? I don't think so. Yeah, of course it would on, did I put that on my watch list? I did not. Okay, there goes my watch list. So, I saw this movie and playing at the right kind of time for me to go on Saturday. I was gonna go to the Wynn Casino because you can get you get off the train or bus or whatever at South Station. You can go, like, if you go to Chinatown, you could get a shuttle to the casino, and I was gonna do that. I kind of want to do that when I go to Boston, just for the hell of it, and like go on the, what do you call them, and put like $5, $10 in there. And I did that a couple times, and just leave with, one time I left with like $12. But the other time I just put money in and left. So, but I had the intention of going. Then I got off the train and I was like, you know what, I'm hungry. Then I, went to McDonald's. I'm sitting in Boston Common. I'm like, I'm not walking back to go get the thing. But the funny part is, okay, so when I had decided, when I looked at the movies available on Saturday, I was like, okay, here's a Chinese movie. I'll go see that because I'd like to see foreign language films or anything that's not playing here. That I'm not going to go to Boston and watch a movie that's playing here unless it's something like that I want to see with a huge crowd, or IMAX, because we don't have IMAX here. This K-pop whatever movie did not play here or there. So I still have not seen that. Because it's such a thing that everybody talks about, I would have watched it. Is it a musical? I assume it's a musical because they said sing-alongs. I don't speak Korean, but I don't nothing of this movie. But the Korean songs I've heard in the past have been like, there's English in them sometimes. I like 2 p.m. I liked 2 p.m. or I like 2 p.m. I'll be back. I want to learn that choreography. There's part of me that still wants to do things. I was watching this movie that I saw on Saturday, and I was like, I really need to lose. I wouldn't know how to lose weight at this point in time, because all these years I've been telling myself I need a baby poop transplant. So the movie I walked into, and I gave it a 9. I also gave Relay a 9, but that was before I saw this. Which, and I gave Weapons a 9, The Phoenician Scheme a 10, Sketch 8. I hadn't seen Shin Godzilla before I saw that locally, so I gave that a 7. But yeah, Honey Don't, 3. I just don't understand people anymore. Americana, I gave a 7. Nobody 2. I don't want to not watch movies because of something else. So I keep going to these movies by these people who are John Wick adjacent, and they're just doing the same thing over and over and over again. And I've said before, I think they're making fun of their fans. I'm not a fan, but I keep going because I keep giving them a chance, and I'm like, I want to stop giving these people a chance, but I don't want to miss a great movie either, should that suddenly occur from these people. But I'm a different kind of, so I'm not their fan, but I should be made fun of too because I keep going. Anyway, so the movie that I saw on Saturday, everybody in that movie can kick John Wick's ass. Okay, so it's like, I'm like, oh, this movie it says it's in Mandarin, whatever. I'll go watch that. I prefer one of my languages, but I almost never see a movie of Shin Godzilla, in meaning the languages I study, or studied, the ones I do on Duolingo, Japanese, Russian, French, Italian. I took half a semester of Portuguese, just for the hell of it. Anyway, so I thought it was maybe going to be a gangster movie because I read like the first sentence of this synopsis. The movie's called The Shadow's Edge, directed by someone named Larry Yang. It's from this year. Does it say 142 minutes? Okay, listen. I go in that movie. I'm like, I thought it might be like a gangster type movie. I'm sitting there. There's all this action happening all of a sudden. I'm like, hey, this is pretty good. Okay, it's a little bit shaky, but how are they even doing the cameras? And it's all young guys, and they're going bananas. I'm like, what is this? Wait, this is kind of good. Then all of a sudden, there's Jackie Chan. I'm like, oh my God, I accidentally came to a Jackie Chan movie. Now listen, historically speaking, I don't like Jackie Chan movies. The old ones, I didn't watch a bunch of them, but the ones I've seen, I'm like, there looks like the Three Stooges to me. I don't like the Three Stooges. Okay, if you force me to sit there and watch the Three Stooges, I'll laugh. But I don't like people just smacking each other for no reason. So, when I watched, I watched one of those police ones. There was one on a boat. Is the policeman have a whole part on a boat, like an old-timey boat? And I don't want to watch Rush Hour. I've seen enough pieces of it. But Chris Tucker annoys me. So I really have not watched Jackie Chan movies. I saw The Foreigner, though. And I really like that. This is more like The Foreigner. But this movie, like I said, it's fire or epic or whatever the cool kids say. I was like, this movie was like top-notch action. Now, again, I became obsessed with John Wick because I liked John Wick 3. So I became obsessed with paying attention to every single thing leading up to John Wick 4. And then I was disappointed in John Wick 4, right? But because that was during COVID, I was like, okay, I really didn't watch martial arts movies. Like, I had seen Enter the Dragon. I had seen Fist of Fury. You know what I mean? I'd seen a few things here and there. I've liked Black Dynamite because, at the time, so I was seeing stuff like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, fancy pants movies that had, in the early aughts, the early 2000s, I watched the fancy pants movies that had martial arts in them. So Hero, House of Flying Daggers, that kind of thing. But I didn't, like, growing up in the 80s and 90s, I didn't watch martial arts movies. Like, I saw one Jean-Claude Van Damme movie in the theater, Time Cop. Of course, I saw the Expendables movies and stuff. I don't know if I ever went and saw a Steven Seagal movie. And before that, like I said, I watched Game of Death. Game of Death was the Bruce Lee movie that I liked out of the ones I had seen. So I saw, those three. I think he had other ones. Oh, yeah. When I started trying to pay attention and I saw that Chinese Connection one. So, yeah, so during COVID, I started to say, okay, these people are making all these references to people. I'm like, I'm not watching Jackie Chan. Although I saw him years ago on Letterman, thought he had an amazing singing voice. Not amazing, but I was like really surprised he could sing well. And he talked about Gene Kelly being his idol. So I was like, I want to see this man in a musical. Where is it? So, and I say that about everybody I like who can sing. I want to see them in multiple musicals. Where are they? Patrick Wilson. But, so, yeah, let me get my train of thought back for a second. I gotta run out pretty soon. So, I'm surprised. So I'm liking this movie. I like The Foreigner. This is like that. Like I said, they were taking, spoilers, they were taking off faces. They were doing like Mission Impossible stuff. They were doing all the things. So like I said, over time, during COVID, I was you know, going back and watching the movies, not all of them, but some of the ones I should have seen. Maybe I think I had seen some of Best of the Best, Bloodsport. Those ones I didn't watch those. I didn't watch any of that stuff. You know, but during COVID, so because I wanted to get caught up, because I felt like that was a gap in my movie watching. You know, because I went to all the Stallone and Schwarzenegger action movies and stuff like that. So if it was normal American action movie, I went, like for John Woo, he did Face Off, right? So I would see movies like that, you know, but not martial arts movies. So I caught up because of watching them constantly reference people when they're talking about John Wick, and being like, all right, I gotta watch that, and I gotta watch this, putting things on my watch list, knocking them off, you know. Some of them, most of the ones people all, oh, the Raid, this and the Raid, I don't like them. I don't like the movie, and I'm like, okay, so they're kicking each other. I don't know martial arts. I'm not a martial artist. So if it's great moves or whatever, fine, but I don't like the camera work. I didn't like the story. I'm like, I don't freaking know. Was I talking about drugs or something? Something called Fame and Fentanyl. I didn't know all those people died of fentanyl. I knew Prince did. I didn't know fentanyl was part of Heath, because they showed Heath, and they're talking about Coolio. I didn't know how old Coolio was. I didn't know what he died of. I thought maybe he died from being an old guy. I didn't know. No, I mean, it looks like Ice-T's hosting it. I'd be glad to see that. So anyway, yeah, so I caught up on everybody's, that's why he got involved, because they were friends. So I started to learn which different martial arts are. I'm like, I sit there, I came out of this movie going, I'm racist, because when they're Chinese, I assume it's Kung Fu, or what is it? I almost say Wang Chung. But, whatever they did before, and if they're Japanese, I assume it's karate. That's me being racist, because I don't know. Like I said, I'm not a fan of mixed martial arts. I don't want to watch that crap. It looks like mean hugs to me. I'd much rather watch normal looking stuff, not everybody hugging each other and rolling on. Oh, I'm a chick. I'm gonna wrap my legs around his neck and I'm gonna knock him on the floor. Ooh, I'm so tough. How many times? Black Widow and all them. How many times? That's like the MCU has all that same old crap. Movie. Okay, one guy does it, then everybody else comes, and I can't take it anymore. That's what I'm talking about with the Nobody 2 and that whole gang copying each other. Horrible circle jerk. Can't take it anymore. Then I go accidentally walk into this Jackie Chan movie, and it's fire. It's awesome. And then, okay, so before I see Jackie Chan, there's another older guy, and I'm like, oh, I know this guy. I know this guy. And I'm like, he looks good. So then there's all the young men, and I'm like, I think I know that one. Again, I'm not 100% sure. So, and I still don't know who the actor is that played Alpaca, the character. All right, here's the problem. They have character names, and then they have code names. So I remember the code names. I'm looking on Letterboxd or whatever, trying to find Alpaca. That's the code name. I don't remember the character's real name. So, because I see all the rest of them, I don't see his face. But anyway, the old dude, I think they were calling him like a wolf or something. But yeah, he was like bad villain or whatever. And I'm just like, I know that guy. But I'm thinking I know him the way he looks now. Watched the whole movie. Liked it, loved him. I'm like, I hope there's a sequel, because it leaves it like there's going to be a sequel. Like I said, I gave it a 9 out of 10. The best martial arts movie. In terms of the martial arts, action, at the stage we're at now, this is awesome. This is awesome, because this Like I said, everybody in here could beat up John Wick. And then it was really entertaining. Is some of it over the top? Yeah, sure. Who cares? That's what action movies are supposed to do. But Jackie Chan wasn't Jackie Chan. Like, he didn't have that Three Stoogesness. This was serious most of the time. I mean, he did his little jokes here and there, and he picked on the younger people. That's what should be happening. And then, so he's fighting, and him and the old guy are fighting, and the fights are better. Not better, but just as good as the ones with the young people. And I'm saying, who is this guy? You know? But then I'm tired. I get home. I'm sitting here. I look on the thing. Which, I got it open too, right? My phone went to sleep. And it says, Tony Leung Ka-fai. But I didn't look at the name first. I'm looking at the picture. And I'm thinking that's one of the young guys because it's a young picture. I'm like, and then I'm looking and I'm like, oh, then I look at the character's name. And I'm like, oh, that's the old guy. They just put a young picture of him. I'm like, I don't know. Then I finally read Tony Leung. I think it's, you say it Ka-fai. I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce Chinese names. And I was saying, there's a third Tony Leung? Because the first Tony Leung I knew was from The Lover. And then, in the aughts, in the early 2000s, watching all those, Infernal Affairs, what is it, 2000, what's the number? 2040? I don't remember. In The Mood for Love, all those movies, of course, the other Tony Leung became huge, right? I think his name's like Chu White. I don't even know. But I'm looking at this picture. I'm looking at that name. I just watched this whole movie. I'm like, there's a third one? And I'm sitting here looking at Letterboxd, and I'm looking at this younger picture of him. And I'm going, that's not, there's no way that this younger photo here, can you see it? No. This younger photo here is the guy from The Lover. I'm going to click on this. I'm going to click on him, and if it comes up The Lover, I'm going to pass out on the floor. The Lover comes up. I'm like, I'm dead on the floor still. I could not believe that's him. Cause it's just, but the whole time I'm watching the movie, I'm like, I know that face. I know that face. Thinking I know him. Oh, I don't remember seeing him older. Now, why did I mean, there's other movies I've watched here. But I was like, that's him. And it's, like I said, I like the way he looks now. Because back in the Lover movie, I was like, he's too perfect looking. Like, not his features, but like that porcelain skin. I'm really not usually a fan. Like Ryan Reynolds, people who they look like their skin doesn't even move, like they're made of wax or something. That's never been my thing. It's kind of like Philip Michael Thomas or anybody who, it's just too smooth and everything. And let me get back to his other movies. Because there's some of them I'm like, I think I've seen these. I mean, I'm looking at the posters, but... Dumplings I saw. I don't remember that for shit, though. This first one, I don't know if I saw it or I was supposed to see Ashes of Time. Did I ever end up watching that? Because I was supposed to. I know. Wait, it had both Tony Leungs in it. Right? That's the other one? No, there is a third one! I can't! Oh my god. I can't. How are you going to do that to me? I meant to watch this. No, that is the like there isn't a third one. When I hit it, it said no other films. So they were both in that one. How the did I not watch that movie? Did I watch that movie? 1994. No, that wasn't the aughts. That's why. I can't find my library card. Or I'd watch this. What is it on? Is it on something? Amazon. No. I meant to watch it. I meant to watch it since I know I definitely put it on my watch. It's on my watch list, right? Yes, this film is in your watch list. See? For whatever reason I put it on my watch list last year. Oh, that D one, that Detective D. I meant to watch that too. Oh, see, I screwed up. I'm the problem. Wait a minute. No, okay. I thought that was that. God's movie from last year or something. I can't go through all these. I can't really see out of my glasses right now. I know, it's terrible. But I swear I've seen him the way he looks now. But yeah, so I didn't know. That's probably why. It was probably Shang-Chi's coming up. And I was looking over the other Tony Leung's things and said, I didn't see Ashes of Time, or did I? Probably put it in my oh, he's Big Tony. Okay. That's funny. But yeah, so I was rooting for him the whole time, obviously. No offense, Jackie Chan. But yeah, that's what happened. I accidentally saw a Jackie Chan movie. Let me tell you right now. So yes, my letterbox is Ant Movies, capital ANTMOVIES. I have my lists on there, and for some reason the internet does not want to be my friend right now. Actually, I dropped my phone like a month ago, and it's been slow ever since. I'll get another one. So I have a list of the movies of the year so far. I made my list. So I've got Eddington. This is in order, or the order I have it here. I don't know if it's not exact order. So out of the movies I've seen, I've got 12 best ofs, right? So I've got Eddington, Mission Impossible, Final Reckoning, The Phoenician Scheme, and I'm putting Shadow's Edge right here at 4. The Monkey, The Amateur, no, just Amateur, Sinners, Weapons, Relay, Last Rodeo, She Rides Shotgun, Taron Egerton. I don't know why Joel came out, because I was seeing Taron in my face, in my eyes, in my mind. Uh-oh. Yep. It's because I got to go do something else. Megan 2.0. I didn't see Megan 1.0. But I like this one. I like the action in it and everything. I like the story. So, yeah. And I've seen, how many movies have I seen this year? I've seen a lot. A lot. I mean, it's, if I look at my profile, it's going to say all the movies I've seen this year, probably including, but I haven't really watched that much on video from years past. So it says 120 this year. That's got to be repeat viewings, right? Because I didn't see 120 movies. You know, I did watch a lot on video. Because, okay, so I ended up watching more Jean-Claude Van Damme movies. I forget why. I was talking to a guy at work who likes the, I don't know, Scott Adkins is his favorite. But so I was trying to watch some of these movies. This is what I'm saying. The reason I probably didn't watch martial arts movies back in the day is because they're kind of, they're most of them, I guess, are direct to video, so they're direct to video quality. And I didn't go. If I, back in the day, if I ever went to Blockbuster, I went to see something that was, it had been in the theater and I didn't see it. And, you know, so I didn't, like, I mean, with Redbox, once or twice I saw somebody I liked, and I said, I don't know what this is, and I watched it. Like, Get the Gringo, I don't think ever came out in the theater. And I knew that was going to be good, so. Yeah. Okay, so I was just looking to see the news. If there's anything here. Doesn't look like it. Yeah. So those are my favorite movies of the year. I'm looking forward to a lot. I shouldn't be. Um, I got the one with Benicio and the trailers are cracking me up, and Leonardo DiCaprio. I'm like, I am going to be let down. There's no way. It's Paul Thomas Anderson, right? There's no way that movie's going to live up to its inherent hype based on the people involved. And Sean Penn's in it, right? Yeah, no. And then they list the other people like they're, and I'm like, don't put their names on the poster. They could be starring in the whole thing. Come on, they're not them. But you know, I can only be disappointed. Like there's no the expectation, which I try not to have, but I've seen like 3 trailers now. Are there 3? Through the roof, through the roof. Viva la Revolucion, right? Like, there's no way I can not have insane expectations. And there's more stuff coming out too. So yeah, this video went way longer than I meant to. But Anemone, are they brothers? Shadow's Edge, awesome movie. Awesome movie. Been a good year. I gotta go to the store now.